Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Coffee Talk Show. I'm your host, Eva.
And I'm James. It's great to be here with you all today. Eva, the weather today is just fantastic, isn't it? The sun is finally shining after a week of rain.
Oh, absolutely. It puts you in such a good mood. I took a long walk in the park this morning, and it was just lovely to see everyone out and about, enjoying the sunshine.
I agree. It's perfect weather for being outdoors. Speaking of the park, it reminds me of today's topic. I saw so many people walking their dogs, so I thought we could talk about pets.
That's a great idea. Pets are such a huge part of many people's lives. So let me ask you first, James, are you a pet person? Did you have any pets growing up?
Oh, definitely a pet person. My family always had animals. Our most memorable one was a golden retriever named Buddy. He was just the classic family dog, loyal, playful, and always happy to see us.
Aw, Buddy sounds wonderful. Golden retrievers are such sweet dogs.
He really was. He was my best friend as a kid. We did everything together. Having him taught me a lot about responsibility, too. What about you, Ava? Do you have any pets now?
I do. I have a cat named Luna. She is the complete opposite of a playful dog. She's very independent and calm. Mostly, she just likes to sleep in sunny spots around my apartment.
That sounds like a typical cat.
Does she have any funny habits?
She has a very strange one. She's obsessed with bottle caps. Not cat toys, not laser pointers, but plastic bottle caps. If she hears me open a bottle of water, she comes running from wherever she is and will bat the cap around the floor for hours. It's hilarious.
That is funny. Pets have such unique personalities. It seems we represent the great debate in the pet world. Dogs versus cats.
Right, the eternal question. I love dogs, but I think for my lifestyle right now, a cat is a much better fit. They don't need to be walked, and they are happy to be left alone for a while.
That makes sense. They are lower maintenance in some ways, but I think I prefer the active companionship of a dog. I love having a reason to go to the park, to go hiking. A dog is a great motivator for an active lifestyle.
That's very true. And the affection is so different. My cat, Luna, shows affection on her own terms. She'll come and sit on my lap when she feels like it.
Mm-hmm.
But a dog, like your buddy, is just a constant source of enthusiastic love.
Exactly. There's nothing quite like coming home and having a dog just overjoyed to see you, wagging its tail so hard its whole body moves.
So while we've covered cats and dogs, what about more unusual pets? Have you ever known anyone with a strange pet?
You know, my cousin for a short time had a ferret. That was certainly different. It was surprisingly playful, but it had a very distinct smell.
Oh, I can imagine. I had a friend in university who owned a snake, a corn snake. I could never quite get used to it. The way it moved was fascinating, but I was always a bit nervous holding it.
A snake? Wow. I don't think I could do that, especially the feeding part. I think I'll stick to furry animals.
They are so intelligent. My grandmother had a parrot named Charlie. He could mimic the telephone ringing perfectly. It used to confuse everyone.
What about birds? I've always been fascinated by parrots. They're so intelligent.
Absolutely. It's a huge commitment. It's not just about the fun and the cuddles. You are responsible for another living being's health and happiness.
They are so intelligent. My grandmother had a parrot named Charlie. He could mimic the telephone ringing perfectly. It used to confuse everyone. Exactly. You have to think about food, exercise, training, and visits to the veterinarian. Vet bills can be very expensive, which is something I don't think everyone considers.
Right, and your time. You can't just decide to go on a spontaneous weekend trip without arranging for someone to take care of your pet. It changes your lifestyle.
It really does. You have to be prepared for that long-term commitment. A dog or cat can live for 15 years or even longer. It's like having a furry family member.
But even with all the responsibility, the rewards are so much greater. The benefits of having a pet are incredible.
Oh, without a doubt. The companionship is the biggest thing for me, especially if you live alone. Having a pet in the house makes it feel so much less empty. There's always someone there to greet you.
That's so true. And it's been scientifically proven that interacting with animals can decrease stress and lower blood pressure. Just petting a cat or dog can have a calming effect on your mind and body.
I completely believe that. When I've had a stressful day, just sitting with Luna purring on my lap makes everything feel a little bit better. It's a simple, pure kind of happiness.
It is. Pets don't care about your bad day at work or the problems you're worried about. They just offer unconditional love. And that's a very powerful thing.
Unconditional love? That's the perfect way to describe it. They teach us about empathy, patience, and living in the moment.
They definitely do. I have one last funny story about Buddy. One time, my mom had just baked a cake and left it on the kitchen counter to cool.
Oh no, I think I know where this is going.
Yup, we left the room for maybe 2 minutes, and when we came back, Buddy was on the floor covered in frosting, looking incredibly pleased with himself. He had managed to pull the entire cake down and eat about half of it. We couldn't even be mad because he just looked so happy.
That's amazing. The things they do. They keep life interesting, that's for sure. Well, we could talk about our furry and not so furry friends all day, but it looks like we're running out of time.
We certainly could. But that's about all the time we have for today's episode. We hope our conversation has been helpful for your English listening practice.
Thank you all so much for tuning in to the English Coffee Talk Show. If you enjoyed our chat, please consider subscribing to our channel so you don't miss our next episode.
And if you could also turn on notifications, it really helps us grow our community. We love having you here with us. Until next time, take care.
Bye, everyone!